Lost in the cosmic ocean, is there an edge to the universe? Have you ever looked up at the night sky, a million sparkling stars scattered across the vast darkness, and wondered, does it ever end? Is there a giant wall somewhere marking the boundary of everything? Well, gather around, space explorers, because the answer is both mind-blowing and a little frustrating. We know the universe wasn't always this giant, stretchy place. It all started with a big bang about 14 billion years ago, and ever since, it's been inflating like a never-ending balloon. But hold on, if something is expanding, shouldn't it have an edge somewhere? Here's the catch. Information, like the light reaching us from distant stars, can only travel so fast. The speed of light. That means we can only see the parts of the universe whose light has had time to reach us in those 14 billion years. Imagine a giant bubble centered on you. That's our observable universe. Now, because the universe keeps inflating, those faraway points of light we see are actually much farther away now, around 45 billion light-years distant. So, our observable universe is a massive sphere with a mind-blowing 45 billion light-year radius, packed with an estimated 200 billion galaxies, each bursting with billions of stars. In a way, there is an edge for us. We're essentially looking back in time until there's no more past to see. It's like peering into a cosmic ocean, but instead of an edge, we reach a point where there's simply no more water left. But this edge isn't a physical wall. It's more like a time horizon. We can't see beyond it, but that doesn't mean there's nothing there. The real question is, what lies beyond this observable bubble? Here's where things get truly mind-boggling. There are two main possibilities. Maybe the universe is incredibly vast, but not infinite. Imagine a giant ball of dough. You could theoretically fill it with enough ice cream, though you'd need a lot. But this idea introduces a paradox. A finite universe would have an edge, a spot where space just ends. But what's beyond that edge? If the universe is all that is, how can there be something outside all that is? Physics throws a curveball here, or maybe the universe just keeps going on forever, stretching infinitely in all directions. This concept is mind-blowing, but it also avoids the edge of the universe conundrum. However, it brings up other questions about the nature of infinity and the existence of things like repeating patterns across the cosmos. So as you can see, the question of the universe's edge is a fascinating one, leaving us with more questions than answers. But that's the beauty of scientific exploration. It's a constant journey into the unknown, pushing the boundaries of our knowledge and imagination. Who knows, maybe someday we'll unlock the secrets of the universe's true nature. Until then, keep gazing at the stars and wonder about the vastness beyond. Remember that tiny ant on a giant orange? It can only see a sliver of the peel at any given moment. That's kind of like us and the universe. We can only see a tiny chunk, our observable universe, because light takes time to travel. But what if the universe itself is finite, not truly endless? Here's where things get weird. Imagine the ant starts walking. Eventually, it would circle the entire orange and be right back where it began. The orange peel isn't infinite, but it doesn't have a clear edge, right? The universe might be similar. Instead of a flat 3D space, it could be a hypersphere, a 3D space that curves back on itself in a way our brains struggle to grasp. There wouldn't be any borders or an outside in this scenario. Our entire 3D world would be like the peel of the orange, and if you flew in a straight line for long enough, you might just end up back where you started. So how does this make sense? Here's the simplified version, because the real physics get crazy. Gravity. Imagine gravity as a heavy object warping a trampoline. That's kind of what it does to space-time. This warping is strongest near the object, but stretches on forever, like a faint ripple. This bending could theoretically bend the entire universe back on itself, creating the hypersphere. Here on Earth, we can see things disappear over the horizon, which helps us measure the planet's size. The truth is, we just don't know for sure if the universe is finite or infinite. The hypersphere theory is a fascinating possibility, but for now, it remains a mystery, waiting to be unraveled. So, keep gazing at the stars and ponder this. Maybe the universe is a cosmic orange peel, waiting for a tiny space ant like us to finally circle it all. The universe is full of surprises, and some scientists think the concept of a finite, curved-back universe is just too tame. Buckle up, space explorers, because we're diving into the mind-bending realm of the hyperdonut universe. Imagine a donut, but instead of existing in 3D space, it curves back on itself in a way our brains can't quite comprehend. This is the hyperdonut, another contender for the shape of the universe. Just like with the hypersphere, if you traveled in a straight line for long enough, you'd eventually loop back to your starting point. But here's the twist. Things get a little funky in a hyperdonut universe. Not everything is distributed evenly. If you imagine two spaceships flying off in opposite directions, one might reach the other side much faster than the other. Cosmic Hall of Mirrors, seeing double. This uneven distribution also messes with light from distant galaxies. Think of it like a giant cosmic hall of mirrors. You might see the same faraway object in two different places, but not only that, you'd see it at different points in time. Why? Because the light reaching you from one direction traveled a much longer warped path compared to the other. You could be looking at a star being born in one part of the sky while simultaneously seeing its death throes on the opposite side. Trippy, right? The smallest or the biggest? Here's another mind-bender. A hyperdonut universe could be both the smallest and the biggest possible universe at the same time. Due to its strange geometry, it could theoretically be just a few times larger than our observable universe. But hey, it could also be infinitely vast. We just don't know yet. Infinite horizons, the never-ending cosmos. So much for finite universes, right? But what if the universe truly has no end? What if space just keeps going on forever? Most scientists actually work with a cosmological model that describes an infinite universe. We primarily use it to understand what happens within our observable chunk, but if taken literally, it suggests the universe stretches on eternally. What would that be like? Well, that's a question that has philosophers and scientists pondering for centuries. An infinite universe brings up mind-boggling concepts like infinitely repeating patterns or the existence of an infinite number of stars, each with their own potential for life. The truth is, the question of the universe's shape and size is a mystery we're still unraveling. From the orange peel to the hyperdonut and beyond, these bizarre possibilities paint a picture of a universe far stranger and more wonderful than we could ever imagine. So keep gazing at the stars and wonder, what shape does the cosmos truly hold? The universe is vast, beyond our wildest imaginations. But what if it wasn't just vast, but truly infinite? No edges, no boundaries, just an endless expanse of stuff in every direction. Mind blown yet? An infinite universe throws a whole bunch of curveballs at our brains. First, if it has no end, does that mean it's also eternal, existing forever? Did there come a point where there was literally nothing, and then everything? We have strong evidence for the Big Bang, suggesting the universe had a definite starting point. But here's another wrinkle. How can something infinite keep getting bigger? Easy. In an infinite universe, Galaxies are constantly moving further apart, stretching the fabric of space itself. It's like an infinitely expanding balloon. Mind-boggling, right? Infinite oddities, you, yourself, and you. But wait, there's more. Imagine journeying through this endless cosmos, encountering new galaxies, bizarre planets, and maybe even alien life. But buckle up for the ultimate mind trip. After traveling for an unimaginably long time, you might just stumble upon the most mind-blowing discovery of all, another you. How is this possible? Well, because everything in the universe is made up of a finite number of building blocks, fundamental particles, and with a finite number of ingredients, you'd only create a finite number of combinations. This number might seem astronomical to us, but it's not truly infinite. So, in this infinite space, filled with stuff forever, pure chance dictates that there will likely be repetition. You might encounter an exact copy of yourself, watching this exact same video right now. The repetition paradox. Is everything unique? Now, just because something is possible doesn't mean it will happen. Maybe the universe goes on forever, but only the mundane repeats itself endlessly. Maybe you truly are one of a kind. But here's another thought. If the laws of physics are the same everywhere, then far, far away, similar conditions might have given birth to stars and planets. On those distant worlds, perhaps the right chemical reactions sparked the emergence of life, eventually leading to complex organisms, maybe even intelligent beings, maybe even beings who learn to make online videos. The universe's vastness means that if something happened once, like life on Earth, the probability of it happening again somewhere out there isn't zero. It's a mind-blowing possibility that leaves us with more questions than answers. The universe, a place of endless possibilities, perhaps even endless repetitions. As we continue to explore the cosmos, one thing is certain: the journey is filled with wonder and the potential for discoveries that will forever redefine our place in this grand, infinite existence. The vastness of the universe is enough to make your head spin. But what if it wasn't just vast, but truly infinite? We've explored some mind-bending possibilities, and here's the final twist. Even if the chance of encountering an exact copy of yourself watching this video is incredibly small, in an infinite universe, incredibly small can still translate to a very large number. Staggeringly large. But there's a catch. Meeting your doppelganger is still incredibly unlikely. The universe is so vast that even traveling unimaginable distances wouldn't guarantee finding another Earth, let alone another you. We're talking about distances so mind-bogglingly large that they make our observable universe seem like a tiny speck. Here's where things get truly philosophical. In an infinite universe, every possible combination of particles, every element, every molecule, every living thing could theoretically exist somewhere out there. It's a mind-bender, but remember, these are just possibilities, not proven facts. The limits of science? The unknown awaits. Unfortunately, with our current technology, these infinite universe scenarios are untestable. We simply can't reach far enough or see deep enough to know for sure. So for now, the question of whether the universe is finite or infinite remains a mystery.
The edge of our reality.
The good news? Even if the universe is truly finite, from our perspective, it has an edge. The edge of what we can see and interact with. This edge is defined by the observable universe, and it's still mind-blowingly vast. There's more than enough space and time out there to fulfill all the wildest dreams of humanity and beyond. The universe, whether finite or infinite, is a place of endless wonder. As we continue to explore and learn, we may one day unlock the secrets of its true nature. But for now, the vastness itself is a cause for awe and a reminder of the incredible mysteries that still await us.